weekend. The gates are dropped. Who's going to grab the Scott Sports whole shot? Looks like it is once again an SJP bike, potentially Reece Jones.
I want to say
that's Jones, I believe.
Oh, choosing now.
Flying over the bullet. Look at him hanging off the back of that bike. Archie J. Gurdon, Jaden Jones, and Charlie Richmond all in the mix as well. Brandon Buckley's found a bit of space as he passes Zane Stevens. Sonny Rooney's having a lonely race at the moment by himself.
So just a quick shout out to everyone on the live stream this weekend. James Sandiford, Go Joel from the lads down at Paradise, Abram, we're all watching down the track. Stephanie Vickers, come on Joel Winstanley, keep working. There's so many messages flying in for Harrison
Joel, the fastest youth races in the country, going bar to bar in a fight for supremacy in a 6-5. Look at this, it looks like Caden Boyd is moving to second place now around Gardner. On the party this weekend, the best ride we've seen from him. He's on it, he's looking to make it. He's moved into third now around Freddie Gardner, so it is Jones, then Boyd, and then it's another Jones, and Jaden Jones, and then it's Freddie Gardner, Archie J. Gurdon, Charlie Richmond. And where's Brandon Buckley gone? Looks like Brandon Buckley's crashed out of that fight somewhere. Not good news for him. Good ride for Zane Stevens this time out. One of his better rides of the season so far. I like watching Joel Stanley also right there, and he's lost the spot to Archie Britt in that lap. I think he might have made a mistake, but he's going for it on his rise at 65. Like I always say, the 65 plus is so unpredictable. We've lost two of our front runners already in this race. Forms of Brandon Buckley and Riley Ingram, but still there's plenty of riders filling in those gaps. Reece Jones comes across the line, Caden Boyd, Jaden Jones, Freddie Gardner, Archie J. Gurdon. 1, 2, 3, 4 riders battling for one spot, and then Charlie Richmond is right there as well, ready to pick up the pieces if anything goes wrong just in front of him. Well, let's take a little look at the running order as we reach about the halfway stage of this race. So Reece Jones leads, then it's Caden Boyd, and then it's Jaden Jones ahead of Freddie Gardner in fourth. Archie J. Gurdon sits in fifth place ahead of Charlie Richmond. Zane Stevens, like I say, had a good race. He's in seventh place. Michael McCullough, he's in eighth place right now ahead of Sonny Rooney. Archie Britton, the rookie, he's in 10th place as well as the second rookie in the race, Joel Winstanley. George's got a lot of fans watching, so Joel Winstanley currently sits in 11th place behind his former 50cc rival, Archie Britton.
There is so many comments flying in on this live stream now today. Louis Hudson, come on 155, Tim Fleming, come on Jaden Boyd, Brian Steele, go Malachi Allen, go Sonny, come on Riley. There's so much going on today.
So let's look back. Reece Jones on the far side of the track. His lead might be reducing a little bit as Jaden Jones has made a move around Caden Boyd. So Jones, that's Jaden Jones, has moved into second, and he's trying to hunt down the other Jones, Reece Jones. So we've got two Joneses, the Jones line.
This battle between the top five, Max, it is
1, 2, 3, 4,
insane.
5. 6 riders all within the same section of the track here, battling for the top honours of the race. Because look at that, Jaden Jones closing the gap on Reece Jones. Who would have predicted this yesterday morning? I wouldn't have. Reece Jones still has Jaden Jones all over his back wheel. Here we go. There will be one lap to go next time around. Look at a 199 bike, styling it up. Chasing down the SJP Husqvarna rider. Look at this, Sophie. Jaden Jones has the fastest lap of the race. An awesome 2:48 lap time.
Wow.
2 seconds quicker than Rhys Jones.
That's unreal.
Caden Boyd also putting down some fast laps. He's logged a 2:50 at some point in this race. That was actually the last lap around. So he's on the move as well.
He's
So the
got a
top
hammer
three
down.
riders, they're not tiring at all. We've got 1 lap to go and they're still posting the fastest laps of the race. Jaden Jones all over the back of Rhys Jones now. The 104 versus the 199. We got about 1 lap to go left of this race. What's going to happen here is anyone's guess. Unpredictable racing at the BYC as always. This is why we come to watch. This is why we come motocross racing. Jones leads Jones. It's Rhys versus Jaden. And Jay, look at the power down into the mechanics corner. He used that wide line. He's going to cut to the inside. They're both going to go to the inside of this deep corner. Look at Jones powder in. A bit too fast, a bit too hot into that corner. He busts through the berm and loses a couple of bike lengths to Rhys Jones there. He's going to have to throw everything he can at the race leader now if he wants to make the move for the lead on this final lap of action here at Fat Cat Motopark for the Judd KTM British Youth Championship round 3.
So a big hello to everyone that's tuning in on the live stream here from Fat Cat Motor Park. Drop me a Max a comment. Let us know who you are rooting for this weekend. And also tag your friends that you want to see watching, even family members this weekend here from Fat Cat Motor Park.
If you know someone that should be watching this Rhys Jones versus Jaden Jones battle, tag them in now because that is everyone actually that should be watching
Very
this.
much
Everyone
so.
should be watching this. Is that cool?
A comment here from Christian Roberts. Both front battling out like Jeffrey Hurling's out there. Ride it until the wheels fall off. Up on the pegs,
They're doing
boys.
it now actually. Look at Rhys Jones and Jaden Jones heading over to the go-kart track now, that part of the track. 2 nice sweeping corners and then into the waves. They're both hanging off the back of the bike. Jaden Jones manoeuvred that corner very well there. They've got a back marker to deal with. Both Joneses make their way around. Yes, so they've got a clear track for a little while, but they do have 3 back markers they've got to try and sort out before this race is done. Jaden Jones is quick round this part of the track. Look at the speed he's carried there. He is literally on the back wheel of Rhys Jones now. Jones is going to be hearing that revving, a little 65 engine behind him, wondering what is this buzzing in my ear. That is in fact Jaden Jones, mate. You've got Jaden Jones all over your rear wheel. He's going to know that though, he's not going to need me to tell him.
He is not letting off
He's going
at all,
to see
is
that
he?
front wheel of Jaden Jones poking in on the inside of all these corners. We've got about 5 corners left and a couple of back markers to contend with. Can Rhys Jones make smart work of these guys and try and open up a gap over his rival Jaden? They both go to the inside there. They've got the back marker to deal with. They've got black markers splitting them now with 2 corners left, about two corners and a couple of straights to go. Jones has made smart work of those back markers now and opened up a bit of a gap with a corner to go. So here comes Jones. Looks like he's going to hold on to this one at the very last moment. The SJP Husqvarna rider coming around to take another race win. The 104 machine takes the checkered flag. A well-earned victory, but Jaden Jones, hold your head up high, dude. That was absolutely awesome racing from you. Awesome work from those lads.
Fantastic riding from the 65 riders here this weekend at the BIC. BYC?
BYC. So Caden Boyd, the bullet, he held on to Gardner. Jaden Jones destroyed the bike, as has Charlie Richmond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bikes all battling over second position in this 65 class race, the final race of the weekend for these riders.
How have they just stayed on from that, Max?
That was absolutely insane. If that wasn't loose, I don't know what was. That was loose as a goose, for sure.
That's thrown me off completely, that.
I need to take a moment.
Hello to Jim Clark on the live stream. A shout out to Austin BC. Another one from Robert Whitehead. Hello to Austin BC. House Statty. Shout out for Joel Winstanley Dawson. So much support flying in for Joel this weekend.
Okay, so imagine how our hearts are pumping. Imagine how their hearts are pumping. Brandon Buck, he's just launched past Caden Boyd there to retake second place. The boys right back at it. The bullet. Oh,
I don't think
oh
I
my
can
God.
cope with this.
So Buckley and Boyd there fiercely battling over second place as Jones stretches his way slightly with the race lead. Then it's Gardner, and then Jaden Jones, then Charlie Richmondson on the 30, and then it is Archie J. Gurdon. Oh, Jesus.
It's too much, isn't it, for a Sunday afternoon?
For one afternoon. Jaden Jones is looking to make a pass on Freddie Gardner. He did momentarily, but Gardner fought back, and now Jones is fighting back to retake that position. And it looks like Jaden Jones has finally made it stick on Freddie Gardner then, the number 14 machine, getting passed by the 199. Yes, so Jones has made that pass stick then. Now he's got Caden Boyd just ahead of him. Jaden Jones, one of the danger men in this race, I would say. Because look at that, he's all over the back of Caden Boyd now. Boyd had that hectic lap last lap, nearly going down in that technical wave section. Leading, Reece Jones that is, and Jaden Jones is second. And look at this, Sophie, Jaden Jones is absolutely on rails right now, the man in second. He's got one lap to go to try and close down this gap. It's maybe a 2, 3, possibly 4 seconds between first and second right now. Let's have a look at the last lap time to see if that is within reach for Jaden Jones. He seems to be on rails at the moment though. So Jaden Jones is currently 3.7 seconds down. And last time around, he was 2 seconds quicker than Reece Jones. So it's going to be a close one. If they keep up this pace, Jones then jumping over towards the go-kart track, being followed by Jaden Jones, all in red. Like I said, Jaden Jones about 2 seconds quicker last time around, and the gap was at 3 seconds across the line. So this could possibly be a very close finish here to round out the 65 class weekend.
And I hope to see you more on the live stream. Walter Reese, Jordan Fryer, Walter Reese Jones, Cara Kelly, come on Riley Ray Barrow. Loads of messages flying in here for our final 65 race of the day.
So here we go then. Reece Jones to the back straight for the final time this weekend. He's got Jaden Jones chasing him down, giving it everything he can. Oh, a slight mistake for Jaden Jones there, didn't hit the double. He's lost a couple of lengths there, a couple of attempts. But he's back on the gas, quickly closing down. How much speed did he carry around that chicane? Look at that. Jaden Jones, the 199, all in red, absolutely on the gas at the moment. That is certainly not 3 seconds anymore. That's less than 1, I would say. But a quarter of a lap to go. Look at this. Reece Jones is absolutely on the gas, but Jaden Jones also on the gas and absolutely hanging it all out there, twisting the grip of that bike, stretching the throttle cable. Oh, look at this, it's going to be close. We've got 4 or 5 corners to go. Reece Jones leads away over Jaden Jones. They hit the big burn by the start straight. Oh, I feel like Jaden might just be running out of time here. He's put in a hot lap for sure on this final lap of the weekend though. He's only got stronger and stronger as the weekend wore on. And look how close he is to grabbing the race win here though. But I think Reece Jones is going to hang on to this, you know, Sophie. He's got 1 corner to go, and the SJP Husqvarna rider might just hang on to this. Here he comes, Reece Jones. 1 more corner, he's going to cross the line to take the checkered flag. How close is this? Reece Jones and then Jaden Jones. Oh, what an epic race once again for Jaden Jones. How far did he come back from there? He did not have a good start, and look how close he was to winning that race. So Reece Jones beats Jaden Jones across the line. Epic.